Man, I'm just sitting there having a show and I got no sound. Took that long for somebody to tell me I'm not making any noise. Ah, well, here we are for show number 245. It is exactly 7 o'clock on the dot Eastern Time on May the 20th, 2025. And now we're going to get started. Good evening to Mickey, Joe Cooper. Good evening to everybody here. I have already said good evening to everybody else, but you didn't hear me. Take my word for it. What is going on, everybody? Okay. I do not know what the crowns are. I do not know what is showing up next to your names, some of you. No idea, and no idea why. But we are say your name. Oh, what am I supposed to do? Let's see. If I say Paula, then there's something wrong. Miss Bloom? Or shall I maybe call you the Dream Crusher? Yeah, right. I don't see Eric around, so it looks like I may end up handling this one on my own this evening, which just means I'm going to be slower than normal. That shouldn't bother anybody here because, well, I'm slow anyway, so. Your name? Vinny? Hey, Mohawk Joe. Good evening to you, Rhonda Tolliver, the lucky one. Big hugs and love to all. Back to you. Well, let's take a look at this guy. This is our first coin for today. And I'm going to go ahead and get the title in here and get it started. This is 1944D. It's 1MM001. It is the number one mint mark listed. Let me see if I can bring in the scope here. Nope. I know. Let's try to do this the right way. All right. Hang on just a quarter of a second while I get this coin under the scope and get it shown to you. All right, here it is. Repunch mint mark number one, RPM number one, 1944D. We're going to start this BU coin at $10. Who's going to give me a $10 bid now? Anybody bid at $10? 10, how about a bid of $10? Anybody bid at 10? Get me started. $10 here. 1944D, RPM number one. There's Mickey at 10, now looking for an $11 bid. How about 11? Anybody at $11 bid? $11 bid. Now anybody bid $11? We got 10, looking for an 11. How about 11? Anybody bid 11? How about a bid 11? Alex comes in at 12. 12 now, 13. 12 now, 13. How about a $13 bid? Anybody bid a $13? How about a 13? Got about a $20 coin here. In this condition, 1944 RPMs are a good $15 to $20 item. There's Mickey at $13 now, looking for a bid of 14. How about a bid of 14? $14 now. Anybody bid of 14? How about a bid of 14? 14 now. Anybody bid of 14? I could go faster, but there's no point. There's no need for that kind of gibberish around here. Y'all know what's going on. Are the fours normal on this die? Yes, they are. That little split right up over here and that little split right down here are just normal. Now, this might have just a little extra thickness to it, so it could be just a little tiny bit of a Class 6 double die, but this being RPM number one never has been listed as a double die, so the long answer is yes. This is normal. Can I turn my mic up? I don't know. Can I? Can you hear me? 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 Which way is higher? This way or this way? It's going to be this way. This way right here. Okay, so let me turn my main gain up and see. Any better? Am I any better now? Any better now? Can you hear me? Perfect. Okay. All right, so we got a $13 bid out there looking for 14. Last call now looking for a $14 bid. How about a bid of 14? 14 now. How about a bid of 14? How about a bid of 14? Anybody bid of 14 last call? All right, sold. $13. Let me see who my $13 winner is. That's Mickey. Mickey's my $13 winner. Now let me go back over to the dyno and bring up the next coin whilst I try to get the sheet marked up so I know who it goes to. Hang out just a second. It's a problem when you're doing this by yourself. Okay. Ready to move on now. We have one that is a whopper coin. Really, really nice one. Don't need a microscope for this one, though. This one's pretty as is. Let's see here. Let me get it in here. How about that right there? Lot 2, 1919, San Francisco. 1919S, and this one is a nice AU coin. AU with original color, original luster, just got a little tiny bit of rub on the high points. Yeah, Raymond's trying to tell you, get out there and hit that like button. Doesn't cost you anything, and it's easy to do. Just a reminder. All right, so here we go. Who's going to give me a $32 bid? Got 30 now, looking for a bid of 32. How about a bid of 32? 32 now, anybody bid of 32? How about a bid of 32? Got a $45 coin here, looking for a $32 bid. 32 now, anybody bid of 32? How about a bid of 32? You won't find San Francisco mint teens this nice very often. And when you do, they're usually overpriced. So this one comes to you at a beautiful price, a beautiful coin. Looking for a $32 bid. How about a bid of 32? 32 now. Anybody bid of 32? Hello, Eric. Good evening to you, sir. 30 now, 32. Anybody bid of 32? First call, 30 now. Looking for a bid of 32. 32 now. Anybody bid of 32? Hello, Frosty. 32.90, but a bit of 32. Looking for 32. 32. How about a bit of 32? Anybody bit of 32? Second call now. Looking for a bit of 32. 32 now. Anybody bit of 32? How about a bit of 32? 32. There's DC at 32. Now Joe Cooper says 32 as well. DC came in just a little bit earlier. Shinbone has a $34 bid on it. Now looking for 36. Got a 34 now, looking for a bit of 36. 36 now, how about a bit of 36? Anybody bit of 36? 36. There's Joe at 36 now. $38 now. How about a bit of 38? Anybody bit of 38? There's 38 now. 40. 40 now. Anybody bit of $40? $40 bid. There's 40 now. 42. 42 now. Anybody bit of 42? $42 bid. How about a bit of 30? 42. 42. Anybody bit of 42? There's Shinbone back at 42 now. 44. 44 now. Anybody bit of 44? $44 bid. How about a bit of 44? 44. Anybody bit of 44? Joe is out. Thank you, Joe. Got a 42. Looking for a bit of 44. Going once now. Anybody bit of 44? How about a bit of 44? 44. Looking for that bit of 44. $44 now. Anybody bit of 44? 44. Anybody bit of 44? No bit of 44. Got 42. Going twice now. Looking for a bit of 42. 44 now. Anybody bit of 44? There's DC, 44, 44 now 46. 46 looking for 46 now. How about a bit of 46? There's Shinbone back at 46. 46 now looking for 48. 48 now, $48 bid. Anybody bid of 48? $48. How about a bit of 48? That one's at 46. Looking for a bit of 48. $48. How about a bit of 48? $48. Anybody bid of 48? Chuck does accept silver for payment. That would be at the current spot price at the day of the auction. DC at $50 bid now. 50 for DC. Let me see what that is. On the Kitco market price for silver at present is $33.11. $33.11 is what I'll accept silver at. That's per troy ounce. Got Shinbone back at 55 now, looking for a $60 bid. 69, a bit of $60 bid. How about a bit of 60? A bit of 60, got 55 going once, looking for a bit of $60. 69, a bit of 60. Got grab bags coming up tonight. Grab bags at $25 a piece with more than $40 worth in each one. Guaranteed satisfaction as always. If you want to pay with silver, you can let me know. You can send me an email. You can tell me here. However you want to do it, you just tell me. All right, Shinbone's $55 bid is going to do it. Shinbone wins this one at $55. Thank you, Shinbone. Okay. Let me get this back in the hole. Now we're going to try to show you some color. Let's see if this works. And showing you color. Oh, yeah, that works. That works. There's a 1944. This is a nice choice to gem BU coin with a lot of pinkish luster. Really nice looking coin on both sides. It's got an iridescence to the toning. What do you think of that? Well, let's see what we're going to get for bids. Here we go. 1944. Start this one off at $4, boys and girls. $4 only. Anybody bid of 4? How about a bid of 4? $4 now. A bid of $4. Yeah, it's a brown coin. It's a shade of brown toward pink. Color is actually pretty nice on this one. We've got a lot of lighting in here that's not quite agreeing with me, but this is as close to the original color of the coin as I can get right now. $4 bid. How about a bit of $4? 4 only 4. How about a bit of $4? Anybody bid of 4? Try to get this started now. $4. 4. Anybody bid of 4? Where's Dan? Where's Dan the man? Raymond, give me a $4 bid now. Looking for a bid of 4.5. 4.5 now. How about a bid of 4.5? 4.5. Anybody bid of 4.5? Colorblind. You can see the sheen, but no pink. Well, I can tell you from here, I'm colorblind as well, and I have trouble with pink, but I do believe this has a pinkish luster. Dan McCumber, there he is at $4.50 now. 5. How about a $5 bid? 5.9. A bit of $5 bid. Wait, a bit of 5. There's Raymond at 5 now. 5.5. 5.5 now. How about a bit of 5.5? 5.5. A bit of 5.5. Can you see the Charlie? I do not know what a Charlie is. Anybody bid of $5.5? $5.5 now. How about a bit of 5.5? 5.5. Anybody bid of 5.5? Yeah, I don't generally do toned coins really well either. Because I can see, sometimes I can see the toning, but it's really hard for me to get the exact color right. I can get them in focus a little better than this, though. Now, see the color change on the lamp? That's just weird. Just like that, I lost that real pretty lighting. There we go. Sometimes I really don't understand this thing. All right, we're going to sell it to Raymond. Sell it to Raymond at $5. Thank you, Raymond. Oh, wait a minute. I got Damn It Cumber in there at 5.5. Just in time. So we'll take my comment out. Go with Damn It Cumber at 5.5. Looking for 6 now. 6 now. Anybody bid is $6. 6 now. How about a bid is $6? 6 now. Anybody bid is 6? I don't think Dynoscope was necessarily designed to handle white balance very well. Raymond back at $6. Yeah, $6 now. Looking for 6.5. 6.5 now. Anybody bid is 6.5? How about a bid is 6.5? Anybody on 6.5? Going once at 6 now. Looking for a bid of 6.5. 6.5 now. Anybody bid is 6.5? Two times out now. 6 looking for 6.5. $6.5 now. Anybody bid is 6.5? Final call. 6 looking for 6.5. How about a bid of 6.5? Anybody bid is 6.5? All right, now we're sold Raymond Longy, $6. $6. If you guys don't like something that you get from me, all you got to do is let me know. We'll arrange a return. We'll arrange a replacement. We will arrange a refund, however you want to handle it. This right here is our next coin. This is a 1970S. This one's got a little spot on it, though. It's a 1970S double die obverse number 16. DDO 1DO number 16, 1970S. Let's take a look under Mr. Scope and see what we have. What would you do if I sang out of tune? Here we go. There it is. Now you can see the extra thickness going on in the motto, just like that. But if I turn it around this way, you can see a little bit better that we have extra thickness all throughout the motto. And then on the L, we have some extra thickness there. And we also have a split in the middle of the 0 and a little extra thickness on the 7. This is a Class 1 double die obverse. It's 1970S 1DO 16. We're going to start this one off. Hey, wait a minute. I'll put you back on the... Let's see. I'll put you back on the other side here real quick. Just show you that doubling. And get you back on the dyno. See, I can't do 3 things at once. Now let me put the title of this up there. I got to find it again. What happened to Eric? He didn't say he wasn't going to be here. Weird. Oh, what did I sell that toned one for? $6. There we go. Now this one. Here it is, starting off at $9, boys and girls. $9. $9. How about a bid of $9? $9 bid. Now a bid of $9. How about a bid of $9? $9. Get me started. 1970S 1DO 16. 1DO 16. $9 bid. Anybody bid a $9 bid? There's Joe Cooper at $9. 9 now, 10. Now 10. There's Richard at 9. Looking for 10. $10 bid now. Anybody bid a $10? How about a bid of 10? If anyone watching lives anywhere near Tanner, Alabama, you need to be watching for a tornado. Tornado warning for your area. Just letting you know. Currently watching a live feed of a tornado currently ripping through fields in northern Alabama. Got a $9 bid now, looking for $10. Anybody bid a $10 bid? $33.11 today, Chuck said. $33.11. Yes, $33.11. That's the silver. All right, having trouble keeping up here. Silver spot, $33.11. I got Mickey up at $11 now. Joe Cooper at $12. $12 now, looking for a $13 bid. $13 now. Anybody bid a $13? How about a bid of $13? Anybody out there? $13. $13 now, looking for a $13 bid. How about a bid of $13? Anybody bid a $13? I'll tell you what. How about if we do it like this? Well, it's BU. Let's just say that. It's red. A little beat up, but it's red. Let's do it this way. I got 3 people bidding. Richard, Joe, and Mickey. Those 3 people. Those 3 people. The reverse. It's a very shiny reverse. So I got those 3 people. I've got 3 coins. With those 3 people and 3 coins, I'm going to do a $10 bin for those 3 people. Richard, Joe, and Mickey, what do you think? Mickey says bin. Joe and Richard both say bin. Thank you, guys. All right, got you all in there to get one of the 3 of these that I have. All right. Let's see how well this shows up. Oh, wait. Okay, so, Joe, did you say you do not want it now? If that's so I can offer one up to somebody else. Yeah, Joe, let me know. For sure if you're in or out. No, you do want it. Okay. All right. Just asking. Here we go. How about this? A 1957D toned wheat cent. Start that at $4. $4, people. Look at the colors on this guy. And you look at the reverse. You got the same colors on the reverse. How about that? That's one of those crescent moon toners at $4. Got a little bit of a fingerprint over above Liberty. Dan McCumber gives me a $4 bid. 4 now, 4.5. I bet a bid of 4.5, 4.5 now. I bet a bid of 4.5. Okay, yeah, that comma does make all the difference in the world, doesn't it? Oh, okay, I get it now. You're saying no, thank you. I get it. Not no, thank you. I got a $4 bid on this. How about a bid of 4.5? Anybody bid of 4.5? 4.5 now. A bid of 450. 450 the bid now. A bid of 450. I got a 4 going once to Dan, looking for a bid of 450. 450 now. A bid of 4.5. How about a bid of 4.5? 4.5. Oh, I can ID the fingerprint. Belongs to a stout man by the name of James Harding. He worked at the Denver Mint from 1949 through 1959. Raymond gives me a 450 bid. I've already done a DNA on it. He has B positive blood type. He has one living sibling today, but he has 3 living children. I think I'm going to go blame them for it. I got a 450 looking for a $5 bid now. About a bid of $5. How about a bid of 5? 5.9. About a bid of 5. Killed a man for snoring once. That's right. That was in his Marine Corps days. We should all be positive. And Chuck is too. All right. Ray at 450. Do I have any other bids? $5 bid now. But a bid of $5 bid. Can't get a $5 bid. All right. We're going to sold this one now to Raymond at 450. I appreciate it, Raymond. Thank you very much, sir. I had this one marked as a $10 value. I guess I have to run the value down a little bit because I can't get no more than 450 for it. It's a pretty coin. You ought to tell us how pretty it is once you get it, because this is actually a really nice one. You guys want to bid on a 1929 Lincoln cent? Get your trigger fingers ready. On the ready, here we go. Take a look at this guy. 1929, boys and girls. That is a pretty one. That is the reverse of a pretty one. I'm going to call this one a red-brown coin. It's Choice MS, Choice Red-Brown. And the starting bid will be $27, boys and girls, 27 only. How about a bid of 27? 27, get me started. Shinbone at 27 now, 28. 28 now, looking for a bid of $28. How about a bid of $28 now? A bid of 28. Absolutely, Eric. Your wish is my command. I'll put a D mint mark on it for you. Where would you like the mint mark, sir? Would you like it on his nose? Would you like it on the reverse in the center at the bottom? I mean, we may as well put it in a very odd place, right? A D mint mark. Well, this is a 1929 Denver, no D, Lincoln cent here. That's right. Hey, 75. Good evening, 75 in pennies, baby. 27 is the bid now. Looking for a bid of $28. How about a bid of 28? 80 bid of $28. How about a 28? No bid of 28 now. 27 going once now. Looking for a bid of $28. How about a bid of 28? Ready by a bid of 28. There's 28 from Mickey, now 29. Shinbone back at 29, now 30. Look at 30 now, 30 now. Anybody bid a $30 bid? How about a $30 bid? $30 now. Anybody bid a $30 bid? $30 now. Anybody bid a $30? How about a $30 bid now? Anybody bid a $30? There's 30. 30 Mickey at 30 now. Looking for 32. 32 now. The 32. Anybody bid a 32? 32 need $2, Joe. $2 increment now. Matthew at 32 now. 34. 34. How about a bit of 34? 34 now. How about a bit of 34? 34. How about a bit of 34? $34. How about a bit of 34? I got Mickey at 35. Now 37. 37. Looking for 37 next. There's 37 now. 39. $39 now. How about a bit of $39? Anybody bid of $39? Any 39? How about a $39 bid now? A bit of $39. Got to have $2 increment. $2 increment. So got 37 looking for 39. Mickey is out. Thank you, Mickey. I got Shinbone at $39 now. $41. How about a bit of 41? How about a bit of 41? How about a bit of 41? Matthew is out now. Looking at Shinbone, 39. Looking for a $41 bid. How about a bit of 41? Anybody bid of 41? No bids at 41. Nobody 41. Sold to Shinbone, 39. Thank you, sir. All righty then. And get this little guy put away here. Safely put away for Shinbone. Now, we move on. We have not only a beautiful toner, we have a very bright luster coin and an RPM all together now. There is your coin and your toning. To mark, it's all brown, but most see colors there. This is 1957D 1mm006. It's RPM number 6. We're going to start this guy out at $9. $9. How about a $9 bid? Anybody bid a $9 bid? Out there, $9 bid. Anybody bid a $9? You want to see it under the scope? We can make it seen under the scope if you want to. Hang on just a second. Nope, that's not where I wanted that. There we go. All right, here we go. Hang on just a minute. 35 in-house. How about that? 35 of yous out there. All right. Let's grab a scope look at this RPM. Look at that. Let me turn it just a little bit more, make it a little bit more visible. See how those D's overlap? That is RPM number 6, boys and girls. RPM number 6, 1mm006. It is a 1957D. It is really nice, shiny, bright, shiny, and colorful. Raymond gives me a $9 bid. 9 now 10. 9 now 10. $10 bid. $10. Anybody give me $10 bid? How about a $10 bid? Anybody bid a $10 bid? $10 bid. Now anybody bid a $10? All right, Joe. 100 flips. Let me get Mr. Joe written down for that. Gotcha. Joe's getting 100 2x2 flips to $13 for 100 plus. You get 100 flip insert cards that fit in the pocket, so as you can identify your coins. Let's turn it all the way upside down. Look at it from this angle. Now you can see a little bit more of what you was looking at before. 1957D RPM number 6 for you. An auction, you say? Hi, Chuck. Didn't know about this till now. Oh, it's Tuesday, right? It's past 7 o'clock on Tuesday, right? We'll get you in here on one way or another. Raymond at $9 now, looking for a bid of $9.5, $10 bid, $10 bid, now, but a bit of $10 bid, $10 out, but a bit of $10 bid. I'm going to end this here real soon because Raymond's been patiently waiting for me to say it's his. I'll give you value. Yeah, I've been a few more seconds here, maybe. But as long as it takes for me to hit sold, we're done. Raymond, $9. I appreciate it, sir. You're going to really appreciate this one. You're going to like this. It's got some superb luster and a really nice color. That's a good one. That's a keeper. Now, I'm going to show you this. I'll go ahead and show you this under the scope because we've already got the scope up. This is 1954S DDO number 1. 1DO001. It is a Class 2 double die that shows on all your letters up here. And in God we trust. There's your doubling. Lots and lots of doubling here. Okay, so now that we can see your doubling, I'm going to put up the title of this one so you guys can start the bidding. Because I know you're just banging at the door to know how much it is. 1954S 1DO001. It is a toned choice BU, and do I have a price in there? Why don't I have a price? Hang on just a second. I grabbed the wrong one. I meant to grab this one right here. See, Eric is so much better at this than I am. There we go. $19. 19 to start. Anybody give me 19? $19. How about a bit of 19? All right, there's your doubling. Once again, Mickey at 20 now. Looking for 21. 21, 21. Anybody bid at 21? How about a bit of 21? All right, so now we get to look at the toning on the coin because this one has toning. Look at that. Look at the pretty colors. 1954S. DDO number 1. 1DO001. And it is a pretty toner. We got to think, boys and girls. Anybody bid higher? $20 now, looking for $21. $21. Anybody bid at 21? 21? How about a bid of $21? $21 now. Anybody bid at 21? I've seen these things sell for $40 or $50 if they're a nice red BU. So I figure 20, 21, 22, $25 somewhere in there maybe. 21, looking for a bid of 21 now. Anybody bid of 21? How about a bid of 21? 21. Anybody bid of 21? I got 20, looking for 21. How about a bid of 21? Going once. $20 now, $20 now, going twice, looking for a bid of 21, $21 now, a bid of 21. How about that bid of $21, 21 now, a bid of 21, how about a bid of 21, 21, a bid of 21? There's 21, Roy Wheeler at 21, now 22. 22 now, looking for a bid of 22, 22 now, a bid of 22, how about a bid of 22? Looking for 22. Anybody bid at $22? 22 now. Anybody bid at $22? How about a bid at 22? 22. There's 22. Mickey at 22. 22 now. 23. Looking for 23 now. 23. Anybody bid at 23? How about a bid at 23? 23. And they give me 23 now. Anybody bid at 23? More than full on. But this isn't just a date, Joseph. This is a double die, big guy. That's why we're so much money on this one. It's not just a 54S. This is 54S DDO number 1. It's a double die. A really nice one. Of course, if you don't do double dies and RPMs, it's just a 54S to you, and I understand that. But this one's kind of special. Last call now, we're going to sell it to Mickey at 22. Anybody bid at 23? $23. How about a bid at 23? 23 now. Anybody bid at 23? Roy is out. Thank you very much. No bid at 23. 23 now. Anybody bid at 23? You got it, Mickey. Mickey is my winner. You bought it. Let's see what's here next. How about a 1922D? 1922D. Lincoln Cent. Anybody need a 22D? One that's in pretty decent shape there. 1922D, and this one is going to start at $10. $10, boys and girls. Only $10. Get it started. How about a $10 bid? $10 bid out there. Anybody bid a $10 bid? How to bid a 10? Anybody bid a 10, 10, 10. Here is the obverse. Really nice looking obverse. VF plus coin. There's the reverse. It's got a little bit of a blotch on it. Kimberly at 10, Doug at 10, Dan at 11, Joseph at 15, 15 now 16. How about a 16? $16 bid now to bid a bid of 16. How about a bid of 16? Dan McCumber back at 20, 20 now 21, $21 now to bid a bid of 21. There's Joe Cooper at 22, 22 now 23, $23. How about a bid of 23, 23 and a bid of 23? I got 22 now and a bit of 23, 23 and a bit of 23. How about a bit of 23, 23? Now a bit of 23. There's 23, 23 now 24, 24, 24, 24 and a bit of 24. There's 25, 25 now 26, 26 now. It looks like the Dan and Joseph show. 25, look for a bit of 26, 26 now and a bit of 26. How about a bit of 26, 26 and a bit of 26? Dan is oot. 25, looking for a bit of 26 now. Anybody bit of 26? Going once at 25, looking for a bit of 26. Once at 25, looking for a bit of 26. Anybody bit of 26? 26 now. Anybody bit of 26? Second call, 25, looking for a bit of 26. 26 now. Anybody bit of 26? I got this one sold to Joe. Thank you very much, Joe. Thank you, thank you. I think every day I live in this state, the more I like it. I'm just glad I live here. I don't know why so much, but I do. Love my North Carolina these days. Uh-oh. I messed up. I'm going to have to back up a little bit here and take a look at some things because I missed my calling. Hang on a second here. Chucky's not prepared to be the one who has to do the stuff, you know? So, let's see, my 57D 1mm6. Let me go back here. 57D 1mm6. Yeah, I forgot all about this. I'm not writing the stuff down because I thought Eric was, you know. All right, Raymond got that at 9. And then Mickey at 22. And then Joe at 25. We'll get there. Never had to remember 3 of them at one time. All right. Moving right along. Here is one of the prettiest 1934 Ds I've seen in quite a while. Really beautiful gem coin. In fact, it's going to be really hard to get it to show up without being an overflash. There. So bear man, this thing's got a lot of luster. A lot of pretty luster. Pretty. 1934 D here, boys and girls. Let's go ahead and get this one started at, if I could remember, I would tell you. $15. 15 now. Anybody bid of 15? How about a bid of 15? 15 now. Anybody bid of 15? Heavy started $15. 1934 D and gem uncirculated $15 bid. How about a bid of 15? 15 now. Anybody bid of 15? There's Raymond at 15. 15 now. 16. 15 now. 16. $16 now. How about a bid of 16? 16. Anybody bid of 16? How about a bid of 16? Still got a bunch of those rolls from the 60s left that we shipped out of here. Actually, I shipped them out on Monday morning because I couldn't get to them before Saturday ended. Benjamin Sanborn comes back at $16. I appreciate it, Ben. Thank you very much, sir. Haven't been around in a little while. Nice to see you. Raymond at 17. Now got 17 back at Raymond now. Looking for a bit of $18. 18 now. A bit of 18. How about a bit of 18? There's Ben at 18. 18 now 19. $19 now. How about a bit of $19? Anybody bid of 19? How about a bit of $19 now? A bit of 19. I got 18 once now. Look for a bit of $19. How about a bit of 19? Anybody bid of 19? Got 18 twice now. Look for a bit of $19. Anybody bid of $19? Anybody bid of 19? Fair warning. Got a bit of 19 now. Anybody bid of 19? Look, need a bit of 19. And sold to Ben Sanborn at $18. Let me get you marked up here real quick. Thank you, sir. All righty then. Come up next, we're going to have one that is almost as nice, just not quite the same caliber. Let's see what I got here. Yeah. Let me go back and change one thing here. All right. Boy, I tell you what. That was a mean streak. How about this one? Got a choice unk now. This one is almost as nice as the other. Another 1934D for anybody who wants to bid on a 34D. This one's a choice uncirculated here. Decent looking coin. Has a couple of little tiny marks on it here and there. Not quite the bright luster that we had with the last one. Still nice though. 1934D. Nice choice uncirculated coin. Who's going to give me $12? $12 start now. How about a bit of $12? 12 now. How about a bit of $12? Why did Joseph Cooper's package go to Colorado? That would be my question. Need a $12 bid now. Looking for 12. Itty bitty bit of 12. How about a bit of 12 now? A bit of 12. There's Dan at 12 now. 13. 12 now. 13. $13. Anybody bid a $13 bid? How about a bit of 13? There's Ben at 13 now. 14. 14 now. Anybody bid a 14? 14 now. Anybody bid a 14? Ben Sanborn's trying to hoard the 1934 Ds. What's up, Eric? How are you? I didn't talk to you today, so I guess you assumed I wasn't doing this. Well, there's Eric. Maybe now I'll be able to get my part done faster, easier, and quicker. Got Ben at 13 now, looking for 14. Dan McCumber comes back at 13.50 now. Need a bit of 14. 14 now. How about a bit of 14? 14. Wait about a bit of 14. $14 now. How about a bit of 14? How about a bit of 14? $14 now. How about a bit of 14? How about a bit of 14? Once now, 13.50 now. Look at a bit of 14. 14 now. A bit of 14. Oh, Mickey, come on. You know I have my auctions on Tuesdays. Ben at 14 now. 14 now. Looking for a bit of 15. How about a bit of 15? 15 now. A bit of 15. Sand Digger, that would be... I had to give your address to Eric the other day. He didn't have your address because it was an invoice that you paid me for. So I had to give him your address so he could send it. But he did send it. Dan McCumber at 14.50 now. Den at 14.50 now, looking for a bit of 15. 15 now. How about a bit of 15? 15. Tiberius Mining. Detroit checking in. Well, thank you very much from the Motor City there. I got Dan at 14.50 looking for a $15 bid. I'm going to call final call on this. Final call. Fair warning. I give it about 10, 15 seconds because, well, you know how slow the lag can get. There we are, sold to Dan McCumber, $14.50. Thank you very much. $14.50 to Dan McCumber. Just got a few singles left. Then we're going to get into two things. I got one thing. It's a $25 a bag. Grab bags are going to have at least $40 worth of goodies inside. A lot of these have more like $50 to $60 worth. But they're $25 grab bags, just cleaning the office, putting all kinds of goodies in there. Check this out. 1909S, boys and girls. This is RPM number 2, 1mm 002. RPM 2, starting at $75, folks. All right, let's throw it under the scope and give you a good look at why we call this RPM 2, 1mm 002. Let me, hang on a second. Let me get my brighting light up a little bit more because it's a brown coin. You can't see it very easily unless I got the exposure turned up a little bit. Here we go. And the scope. Right here, you can see the bottom half of a sideways S. There's your lower serif, and here is the lower part of the S, and the upper part is hidden underneath here. But you have an S over horizontal S, 1909 S. It's pretty much all cents in the grab bag, but you're going to have rolls of all sorts. Got you, Mickey. Thank you. But there's your 1909S, getting that started at $75 only. 1909S, guaranteed, genuine. 75, anybody bid a 75? How about a bit of 75, 75? Give me a 75 start on this. Anybody bid a 75? All right, now let's go back over. There's Mark Thomas at 75. Let's go back over and take a look at the coin, because now you have seen the RPM. Here's the coin and the reverse of the coin. Looking for $80 bid. $80 bid, $90, but a bit of $80. How about a bit of $80? $80 now, but a bit of $80. Thank you, Benjamin. 80 now, looking for a bit of $80. $80 now, but a bit of $80. These grab bags are built individually. So if you get 3 of them or 4 of them or 5 of them, you could get some duplication between them. Not much, though. They're going to have mostly older Lincolns, some of them higher value older Lincolns. You even got a couple of 1922Ds in those. And we've got rolls. We've got some rolls from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, all the way up to modern rolls. What's what there? Joseph? What's that there? This is 1909S, RPM number 2. Running currently $80, need a bit of 85. Got Benjamin at $80, looking for 85. There's Mark Thomas back at 85, 85 now, $90. 99, a bit of $90. How about a bit of 90? 90 now, and a bit of $90. 98, a bit of 90. How about a bit of 90? $85 going once now, looking for a bit of $90. 99, a bit of $90. On twice now, twice at 85, looking for a bit of $90. 99, a bit of $90. How about a bit of 90? There's Ben back at $90, 90 now, 95. 90 now, 95, 95, 95, anybody bit of 95, 95. Looking for 95 now, a bit of 95. Mark is out. Thank you very much, Mark. Benjamin, I'm going to sell it to you. $90. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much. Right, I understand, Joseph. If you want to, if you want to get it and you need a few days to pay, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. All right. 1914D. 1914D. One of the key dates, probably the toughest of all of them to find. Here's a 1914D. This is a porous good. Porous meaning the surface is eaten up just a little bit. Not quite as good as you would expect or hope for it to be. But this is it's a Virtually, it is a very fine, or very good to find coin, but it has a porous surface on it, so I call it good and charge good money. Getting good money for it would be $130. 130 if you want to bid 130. I got 130. 139, I bet a bit of 130, 139, I bet a bit of 130. Your volume was all the way down. Well, maybe that's why you couldn't hear me. $130 for a 1914D, guaranteed to be genuine. 1914D. Here, anybody bid of 130, 130 now? How about a bit of 130? Have you looked at the price guides lately? 160 in good, 225 in very good. I mean, these things are going up in value as we speak. I can remember when you could get an extremely fine for $200. Now those are $900. Can I zoom in on the D? Absolutely. Most certainly. Most certainly. Let me get it under the scope for you and do a little class. Why not, right? There we go. There is your D. And what you're looking for in a 1914D, a couple of different things. The first thing that you want to be sure of is that your 1 is at the proper spacing. Because if you get a 1944D that's been shaved down into a 1914D, first of all, your 1's probably going to be too tall, because if you'll notice on the real thing, the 1 is shorter than the 4. The other thing is that your 1 is properly evenly spaced between the 9 and the 4. And in a 44D, the 1 is going to be way over here because you're waiting for that part of the 4 that they've shaved off. The other thing is the shape of the mint mark. Your mint mark is a relatively small mint mark, but the hole in the center of the D makes a triangle. And that triangle is exactly what you're looking for to authenticate an early teens D mint mark, because all of the early teens D mint marks, 1911 through, I'm going to say 1917 or 1918, all look like that. The other thing that you want to look for and make sure that your coin has or does not have, it's a way you want to look at it, it's not tall enough at the bottom for that VDB to fit in there, because it did not exist on 1914 Lincoln cents. There was no VDB on the shoulder in 1914. Now for some, I don't know if this is one of them. No. Die number 3 out of the 5 different known dies has a die crack running from about the rim up through the vest, but this is not that die. This is a different one. But there we are. That's how you can determine. The other thing that's going to define the teens coins is they got really thick rims. This really thick reverse rim is very normal for a D mint mark coin from the teens. If you can get me a photo of it, Mark, I'll let you know what I think. Obviously, if Eric has seen it, then that means you probably have a photo of it. Just give me a photo. But that's what the 14D, this 14D, looks like under the scope. Hey, Sean. Okay, so we'll get it back under here so we can look at the overall appearance of the coin. Back under the dyno. And here it is. 1914D. Key date, folks. Key date. You're not going to see these often. I'm going to offer it one more time. $130. $130, and I do accept silver or gold in payment. No scrap gold, no scrap silver, no jewelry, no teeth, none of that kind of stuff. It's all going to be coinage, preferably United States coinage. If you send silver or gold, you can send the pure gold, pure silver, things like silver eagles, gold eagles, roosters, and other silver coins. I'll take that. All right. silver and gold. All right, it's going back in the drawer. Back in the drawer. We're going to pass on this one, Eric. I don't suspect or suppose that anybody would want one in very good if they didn't want one in good, right? Go ahead and post the next lot, Eric, because I have it right here. It's 1914D in very good. 1914D, another genuine 1914D. This one is die number 3, so I will be able to show you where that die crack is. I'm going to start this one off at $160. Full very good, or better, actually. This one is actually a fine condition coin. Yep, this one's a fine. Stick it under the scope and show you what we've got with this one. Okay, you've got your D mint mark with the little triangle in the middle again. Right down here, see where that die crack is? There's a die crack running kind of up the vest. It's up in this area, comes down and meets with the rim. That die crack is on all die number 3, 1914 D Lincoln cents. This one is a later die state as the date is beginning to get a little thick. That thickness is caused by die wear in part and also by coin wear in part. Very nice looking coin. That is a big die crack. Is that a big die crack, or are you just glad to see me? All right. Yep, this is the die crack that belongs with die number 3. All right. We got any bids at 160? Looking for a bid at $160. It's a damn bargain. I'll tell you that for sure. 160. Anybody bid at 160? How about a bid at 160 now? 160. Well, it's okay if we don't, but Eric says fat chance. Well, thank you, Mark. I'll take a look. All right, we'll pull this one off the market for today, and we will move on. Next up, how about a 1935 with an error? I'm going to start this at a measly $9. $9, boys and girls. Let me move back over to the dyno. Look at that cud. 1935 with a cud there. Okay. You got a broken piece of the die under the vest there. And then over here, look at the top of the left wheat. Yep, that's also broken, but it hasn't fallen out. So it's a retained cud on the reverse. There's Surag. Hello, Surag, $9. Got Surag at 9, Dan McCumber at 10. 10 now, looking for an $11 bid. How about 11 now? Anybody bid 11? That's actually a pretty nice double error there. You've got a cut on one side and a pre-cut on the other side. Of course, it's been used but not used up. $11 bid now, looking for 12. Got Mark at 15. 15 now 16. 16 now looking for a $16 bid. How about a bid of 16, 16? 1935. Boys and girls, that's really old. That is, well, by my measure, it's exactly 90 years old. Dan now at 16. Alex back at 20. $20 now looking for a bid of 25. How about 22? 21? 22. There's 22 now 23. 23 now, Mark Thomas at 25. 25 now, 26. Yes, I take Constitutional Silver Coin Junkie. I do take 90% silver coins, dimes, nickels, or dimes, quarters. I don't like war nickels. Not a big fan. But 90% dimes, quarters, half dollars, absolutely. I'll take them at whatever their worth is in silver at 33.11. I'll go ahead and print the page. But you look at coinflation.com, coinflation.com. That will list the melt value of all the constitutional U.S. coins. Market 25. Anybody bet at $26? How about a bid at 26? 26. Anybody bet at 26? Yeah, silver Ikes aren't 90%. So I'm not really a big fan of anything not 90%. The 40% 76 stuff and then the 40% Kennedys, I'm just not really that big of a fan on those. Oh, I loved Ike. I just don't like his coin. He didn't have enough hair. All right, we're selling this one to Mark. Thank you very much, Mark. Mucho gracias. And I had me a great dish at the restaurant yesterday. I finally found somebody who makes choripollo good. I love choripollo. Just had to say that. 1937S, a beautiful coin, 1937S. How about this $14 start on this? $14. Anybody bid at 14? 14 now? Anybody bid at 14? 80% Canadian I prefer to stay away from. I like my silver to be 90% or better. Struck through? I don't think so. You mean up there around the O? That's a little bit of grease up there, yeah. That's a little tiny bit of a struck through. This obverse, that looks like a bit of a planchet flaw. Anybody at 14? Start me at 14, 1937S. Nice red coin. Huge luster. Archie Worley gives me a $14 bill. Hello, Archie. Good evening. I got 14 now. Looking for a bit of 15. 15 now. How about a bit of 15? I got 14. Looking for a bit of 15. How about a bit of 15? $15 now. How about a bit of 15? How about a bit of 15? Looking for 15 now. Anybody bit of 15? $15. How about a bit of 15? $15 now. And a bit of 15? Any of you folks been around forever and a day would know him as James Worley. He changed his name on YouTube because he goes by Archie. And I like Archie. I think Archie's a good name. $14 now. Looking for a bit of 15. 15 now. How about a bit of 15? $15. Anybody a bit of 15? Nobody else bids. Beautiful coin. Nobody else bids. All right. Archie takes this one home. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you very much. Brad, did you miss all the goodies? You missed all the singles. If that's what you was asking for. We did miss all the singles tonight. But we do have a couple of things coming up. Let's go ahead and post a title. The grab bag with over $40 in value. We're going to bin these at $25. Anybody want them at $25? I guarantee they're going to make you happy. Going to make you happy. at $25. Tell me how many you want. 25? We got Dan for 1. There's Richard for 1. Already got Surag for 1. Benjamin Sanborn for 3. And Mickey for 1. Brad takes 1. James Valley takes 1. Raymond Longy takes 1. Doug, Sloppy Stacks. You can get as many as you like. There are a couple of 14Ds available. Brad Anderson, if you'd like to take a look, or anybody else who just came up, please say so, and I'll just stick the 14Ds up on the screen for you while we're doing the rest of this wonderful stuff. Actually, I'll just go ahead and show you the one that I think is the best deal of the night. This is the best deal of the night. I'll show you why. I am going to... This is just solid and pure mineral oil. Nothing more, nothing less. Roy, we did not get you down for 1. Make sure we get Roy in there for 1. So I can get that powder off of this coin. Just very lightly touching it to oil. And very lightly rubbing it off. Now look at that. Same coin. 1914D. Die number 3 has that die crack running from the rim up to the front of the vest there. And here's the reverse. $19.14D. Get anybody else for a grab bag? Anybody else for a grab bag? $25. $40 or more in value. Most of them are going to be more than $40. Got some of these things that are packed with some nice goodness up to $60, $70. And you're only going to pay $25 a piece for them. If you get more than one, I'll be looking to try to make sure yours are different. Crypto and Shrimp Cowboy, got 2 of them for you. Let's see, who all do we have in here? We've got Mickey, we've got Benjamin for 3, Sureg. There's Dan McCumber, Richard Sappington, DC. Kimberly takes 1, Brad Anderson takes 1, James Valley for 1, Raymond Longy for 1. Doug Rezak takes 1, Sloppy Stacks for 1, Crypto and Shrimp Cowboy for 2, and Roy Wheeler for 1. So that's who I have loaded up to get one of these tonight. Now, anybody who still wants one of these grab bags can mention it at any time and we'll get you added to the list. However, we have some rolls. These are the same rolls that we've been running the last couple of auctions, and I just want to make sure that we have everybody included who wanted to be included. I'm going to go ahead and write the prices down. Let's see, we've got 1959D at $9 a roll. We've got 1960D, small date. All right. Those will be 60D small date, $10. We've got 1960D large date at $10. We've got 1960 Philadelphia large date at, what did I say on those? $8. And then we have 1961 Philadelphia. And those are at $5. We've got all those available. Just tell me how many you want. Those are the prices. Date mint price. Two of each. Alex meaning two of each of the different rolls. Yep, 160 for that one. Okay, Archie Worley takes the 1914D. It's the second one, the VG. And then we also have the pool. So Sean's going to take 10 on the coin pool. And Alex, two of each of the rolls. Got you down, Archie. Thank you. Brad Anderson, one each of the 60Ds. Doug Rizak for a 60D small date. Sureg at 15. I can do that. I'll get you changed here. Actually, I'll just do it here like this. Nope, can't change it there. Gotta change it right there. I'll get this figured out eventually. One way or another. There we go. Got it. Joe Cooper says he wants in on the pool too. Got that. Doug Rizak for 10 on the pool. What did Mickey say? 130 on the 14D trade silver, please. Okay. On the other 14D, the good one? Okay, we can do that. We'll arrange that. Thank you, sir. Oops. There. I was already there. Sorry. Any other grab bags? $25.25 each. 10 on the pull for Raymond. Let me make sure you're in there. Yes. Joe says 10 on the pull. James Valley in for 20 on the pull. Doug Rizak wanted 10 on the pull. Eric, Sergeant First Class, 10 on the pull. What is the pool? Brad Anderson. We're going to do a pool tomorrow evening. And I have proof coins. I have BU wheat coins, BU wheat cents. I have uncirculated older wheat cents. I have proof nickels, proof pennies, proof dimes, proof quarters, proof half dollars, along with silver and other great things, including bonuses where you get free coins. When you purchase 10 coins at $20, $2 per coin. Eric wants 100 2x2s. Gotcha. Sergeant First Class, 100 2x2s. That'd be 100 flips plus inserts at $13. No, not too late for the rolls, Ben. Just tell me how many you want of each. I have enough to fill a box. So just let me know what you want. Mickey wants 10 coins for the pool. Got that. Benjamin wants 2 of the 60D small dates. Got you on that. Brad Anderson for 20 worth of the pulls. All right, got that. Gambling and coins, the best of both worlds. See, the thing is, though, you're not really gambling because the coins that you're getting are all going to be worth more than the $20 that you're paying for them. Because a lot of the proof coins that I'm doing in this they sell at $3 to $7 a piece. David Corder, 20 coins on the pull. Thank you, sir. Got you up there. Alex Warbe wants 20 coins on the pull. All right, sounds great. Anybody else, anything else? I've got plenty of the 1959, 1960, 60D, 61 rolls remaining. Prices up on the screen right now. The silver trade, it is the entire price including shipping, or you can pay cash for the shipping. Doesn't make any difference either way. And I trade at exactly what the melt value is for that day. So say you get something that costs $35. Well, we've got $33.11 worth in silver. If you give me an ounce of silver, then you'd owe me $2 roughly. That's how that would work. On the pulls, I'll take care of Sean. He wants 5 more. I'll take care of him. There we go. What is going on here? What is this taking from? Why isn't that? Input must fall within what specified range? Okay, we're going to have to kill this. Something didn't work out right with those. What? Violates the data validation rules. What is going on with that? We'll fix this later. Well, that's true, Joe. That's true. Okay, Benjamin wants 15 coins on the pull. We can do that. Let me put him in there. He did an overlay on the pics you sent. Well, you'll have to let me. I'll have to back out and take a look at them, and I'll let you know what I think after I take a look at them. I'll call Eric. He'll tell me what he said. Let's see. Anybody else? Hey, Otis, how you doing this evening? So we have the grab bags at 25. We've got the 59 through 61 rolls at the prices mentioned on your screen. And then we've got the mystery pulls at $20 a 10 coin lot or $30 for a 15 coin lot. Okay, Joe. Okay, 3 of the 60D small dates, 2 of the 60D large dates, and 2 1959Ds. Gotcha. Thank you, David. No, he didn't want those. He wants 3 of those and 3 of the... He wants 2 of the large date, 3 of the small date, 2 of the large date. There we go. Got it. We're good. 15 on the pull for Otis. Get a line added in here for that. I do not know why I can't put data in there. That doesn't make any sense. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Just trying to get it to work. Good night, Sean. I appreciate it, brother. Crypto and Shrunk Cowboy takes 20 pulls. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you. All right. Looks like we are just about at the end of the show. I do appreciate everybody being here this evening. If you need anything or want anything that you saw on the show but didn't get in time, just give me an email, cd@coppercoins.com. Please, cd@coppercoins.com. Let me know what you would like that was on the show that you did not get a chance to get, and we'll see if we still got it in stock. We've got a whole bunch of stuff that wasn't on the show as well. If you send me an email list of any kind of Lincoln cents that you would like to get, I can certainly take a look and see what I've got and see if I have anything that matches. Other than that, I appreciate it, everybody. Thank you very much for being here. Does anything clean up those 54 and 55 proof sets that were in plastic? I wouldn't recommend anything without looking at the coins, actually, because that's one of those coin for coin things. Really hard to tell until I see it. The silver, I mean, if you know how to dip properly, you can dip the silver and turn it white. The nickel will work in dip. The penny that's a real touchy situation. So we'll have to, you have to send me a picture or something. We'll have to talk about it. Anyway, I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. You guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you next time. Until then, bye.